Hi, welcome to Buzz, Indiana's Underground Business Voice. My name is Tony Selzo. We're here at the Bob. I've got Ray Stapleton, longtime chair, longtime listener, first-time caller, with Expense Reduction Analyst. And you are a consultant that focuses on reducing overhead, saving money for really enterprise companies. Is that fair?
That's correct.
And I think I know how you do that, but that's always dangerous. Tell us what you really do.
Okay. Tony, we work with businesses 5, 10 million and above.
Okay.
And it could be any business.
Okay.
For example, it could be manufacturing, distribution, all the way to medical suppliers, newspapers, law firms, professional firms.
Okay.
And the key to our business is that we look at any non-core overhead expense, or what we call non-core.
Non-core means like what? The managed controllables, the big stuff?
Anything that would be something that a business would purchase doesn't add value to their customers.
Okay.
That could range from office supplies, telecommunications, packaging, temporary labor, credit card fees.
Internet access, stuff like that. Okay.
Yes.
So my non-core stuff, the stuff I don't realize that I'm spending money on every month, but I am, right?
Correct.
And what do you do with that?
Well, most of the time businesses, and I'll use my past experience, I focused on my core expenditures, the things that I purchased in volume that I turned into value for my customers.
Sure.
Spent a lot of time on people as well. The things I didn't spend a lot of time on were my non-core expenses.
Okay.
And so what we do is bring expertise from the market, individuals who have worked their careers in those areas. We bring them to play for the customer, for our clients, to help them save money beyond what they ever thought they could. Okay,
so Ray, give me a case study. You know, don't have to use any names of the companies, but what kind of impact can you really make for somebody? I mean, you know, if I'm a 10 million, you know, your latest success story, what does that look like?
Sure. There's a group of medical labs in Indianapolis, about 40 facilities.
Okay.
And they looked at our expertise to help them with their telecommunications.
Okay.
In this case, there was 3 parts. There was the land and data,
the
landlines where they accept calls in a call center, their internet access, their cell phones, and then all their 40 facilities had telephone lines as well.
Wow.
We brought an expert in who's about 36 years experience, a executive level at Sprint.
Okay.
And he did a full analysis on what they're spending. We took the spend to market, engaged several suppliers in an RFP or a request for proposal. Came back with a recommendation about 30% savings on about $360,000 spend.
So $100,000 worth of savings because they engaged you and it didn't cost them anything.
It didn't cost them anything. We
now,
shared
why
the
doesn't
savings.
that cost? Well, yeah, because you, and one of the things that makes your company different, the way you get paid is you share in the savings.
We share in the savings. We fund ourselves.
So it really is like there's no loss there. I mean, the hardest thing for you to do is get your story in front of the right prospect.
I say it's right. Another factor is that if we go through a process, we are not successful, we don't get paid. We feel very strongly about that because if we say we can save you money and we take your time to go through the process, then we feel that the only way we should get paid is if we save you money.
So, Ray, I mean, I'm thinking here, one of the best, you are really any business consultant's best friend because you can go in there, if their client is large enough and justify their retainer. If they're, you know, I mean, if I'm a business development consultant that's helping somebody, you know, create a marketing strategy, right? And I'm looking at getting nixed because everybody's cutting down the overhead, I can bring you in, you can save enough money to justify you and me. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
That's correct. Tony, I'll give you a good example. It's even more serious than that. We're working with a church. And part of what they told us they would do with the money is they are going to create wells, water wells, in Africa for people who don't have access to water.
So they said, look, we already have this in our overhead. We know we can survive with it. If you save us this money, we're going to go do some good.
It's extra wells for missionaries in Africa. And he says, you know, $30,000, $40,000 doesn't seem like a lot, but to those people in Africa, it's quite a bit of money.
Miles. Yeah. So, Ray, other business consultants that are targeting the enterprise business, you've actually really realized that networking with them at a higher level and really taking a position of leadership is a good way for you to expand your breadth and width in the marketplace. And you're our chair for Bridges to Enterprise, right? Just give that a quick plug. What is Bridges to Enterprise?
Bridges to Enterprise is a focused event. It's geared towards any professional who markets, sells, or provides services to large organizations. And I think it's important that professionals network in that manner because oftentimes, very frankly, I can't help companies out. But there may be some areas where they need help And it's nice that I can bring in an individual or a professional that I know that can assist them.
Ray, I think one of the most powerful things I've read this year is out of Seth Godin's book called Linchpin. And one of his phrases he repeats over and over is be indispensable. And one of the easiest ways that you can be indispensable, an indispensable resource, which is I know that you are, and one of the reasons I think your business is growing is because if you're an indispensable resource to your clients, I mean, they come to you for everything they need, and you have a guy to deliver and fulfill that need that won't let you go for price. They won't let you get bought out of the deal. You know, and you can throw as many golf and dinners at them as you want, but if you're indispensable, they can't get rid of you. And it's one thing I'd like to just say, that you're indispensable to our organization, and we certainly appreciate having you.
Thanks, Tony. Appreciate
Thank you, Ray.